EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Pacific Northwest and Bandon Dunes Golf Resort, live second-round coverage of the Pacific Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. 8 feet now for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. And coming off a 64 in yesterday's round 1, he'll move to 1 under here today. On now to the second here at Bandon Dunes, a long par 3 coming in at 220 yards. And it is every bit of those 220 as well, as it can play up to 30 feet uphill depending on the tee box. Fortunately, shots that run long do have a tendency to funnel back down. A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. A birdie opportunity at 2, and Nota Begay is down there.
And he should be able to control the speed. It's uphill, not much break in it, maybe just a touch to the left.
I think he'll be a little disappointed with that. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. And some trouble here for our leader. That is into the bunker off the tee. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly. His second to the par 5. Yeah, that's a good shot. Sand takes away any chance of going for the green in 2, but this is a nice recovery here to get back on track. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. A 6-footer now for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he gets it to 2 under for his round. 11 under now for the tournament. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. Not much left here for birdie. Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4, and he'll move to 11 under par. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. That's up the left side. And now problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Just a flick left. 123 is the number. And the ball sitting very nicely in the rough.
Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt. Just trying to get it in there close. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the fifth, and this will remain a 3-shot lead. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 sixth. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at birdie. Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second to a green that is one of the more difficult on the course. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. This one moving left here for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he gets it to 12 under par. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or vomit over those 2 fairway bunkers, you would leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. And that, a well-placed bunker. It'll collect plenty of shots just like that one as this indeed rolls into the sand. Yeah, look out, kind of sculled that one, and that's going to be over the green and into the rough. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain 4 clear of the field. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5 9th. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way, but if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. That is a really good shot on him. 2 on this par 5, but the work's not done yet.
I'm a tough taskmaster. If he makes the putt, or at least gets down in 2, then I'm going to congratulate him on this hole.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. A a little too much roll on the back end there, and this is going to wind up diving into the heavy stuff. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And the lead swells to 6 here on this Friday. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards, a par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind.
That's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Chance now for another birdie. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. He moves to 15 under. And they make their par threes long here at Bandon Dunes. This one, the 12th, measures out at 238 yards. This one at least is slightly downhill. Areas of concern include that putt bunker short and left, and then the thicker stuff that comes into play if you knock it over the back. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. This one is all about touch and feel and creativity, coming down that huge slope, though it is a birdie putt. Yeah, I think he expected that to be a little quicker down the slope, but not too bad. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. This is turning a little to his left. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. So after 2 good shots to get here, this a long look for a possible eagle. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. On to a tough one now, the par 4 14th listed at 390 yards. Pot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front. So far. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Now this for another birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateau green is not a bad play here. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
Oh no, that never had a chance. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 16. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present Bandon Dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Chance now for another birdie. Yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's got it to minus 18. A lot of these holes here at Bandon Dunes have big, wide landing areas. That is not the case here at the par 4 17. You'll need to thread the needle here with bunkers on either side, thick rough on the left, and a canyon to the right. But a safe drive in the fairway can yield a pretty good look at your second.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So after that bomb of a drive, this his second to the par 4.
Oh, I thought that was gone.
That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. So now it's on to the 18th here at Bandon Dunes. The fog's starting to thicken up a bit as we reach this 558-yard par 5. The big key is avoiding the bunkers off the tee. Do that, and you'll have a good chance to get out of here with a birdie or maybe even an eagle. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Well within range from here, a second now to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Yes, a great putt there. It's in for eagle at 18. And that is going to be a second round score of 61. Pretty incredible. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.